Starting. This is starting. I don't know. Okay, we're live. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
My name is Alina. I am a therapist here at Harper Therapy.
I'm Jen. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist here at Harper Therapy.
So, Jen is our speaker today. She's our guest talking about.
So, I'm going to talk about reasons why you may be feeling disconnected from your partner. So, I kind of just want to start with talking about that our partner is our adult attachment figure. So, when we feel as if our partner is not feeling connected to us or is not listening to us or doesn't understand us, it can feel really dysregulating. And that's when what I call it like adult protest you'll notice, where people start asking questions, maybe start yelling, maybe even start ignoring back.
Right.
And those are usually responses that happen when you're not feeling like your partner gets you or understands you. So I wanted to talk about an emotionally focused therapy acronym called ARE.
Okay.
And that stands for if you're accessible, responsive, and engaged. And so I wanted to break it down what each of those look like and ways in your relationship how you can help yourself feel more R.
Okay, cool. Let's hear it.
So the first one is, like I said, accessible. So what this means is my partner there for me when I need them? Are they there physically for me? Are they there emotionally for me? And so this can look like literally physical, like are you where I need you when I need you? And it's basically a time when you're looking for support, maybe you want to talk about your day, maybe you have an issue and you just want to feel like, yes, I can find my partner and I can be there.
Okay. So, accessible would be like if you need your partner and they're not just kind of tuning out on their phone or playing video games, like being able to actually have them be present for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so kind of what you're saying falls into the engaged part as well.
Okay.
So engaged is, yes, they're actually present. They're actually paying attention. So that means that their phone is down. They're not maybe daydreaming about something else, that they're giving you eye contact.
Right.
Those are great ways to really feel like you're listening to your partner, that they're feeling heard. Many times I notice partners are there, but they're not actually engaged.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between being there and being a listener and being like an active listener.
Yeah, I mean, I think we see it a lot even in today's world. Just, you go out to dinner and couples are on their phones or, families are on their phones. There's not like a lot of um, interpersonal really like connection. So I think that is definitely something that probably we all struggle with, even if we don't mean to be disengaged. It's just there's so many distractions. You have to be really intentional to be in the moment with the person that you are in relationship with.
I
right?
agree. I think with like technology today, it's always at our fingertips and it's so easy to feel distracted, especially when your phone is just doing random dings and
Yeah.
all the notifications are coming up. So I think that we're all probably guilty of doing this, and it doesn't mean that we're bad people. It's just
Right.
being more intentional
Okay.
with engagement.
Cool.
And then the middle one is R, is responsive. So this means are they able to respond to me in a way where I feel like I'm being heard? And so this can look like validation, empathy, letting the person know, like, I hear what you're saying. Like, if they come to you and they're like, oh, wow, I had a really rough day at work, being like, oh, wow, like, do you want to talk about it? Do you, like, giving them validation, like, that sounds really hard. Where this can come into struggles, I notice with couples, is the type of listening the person's looking for, which I think I've talked about before in other videos. There's problem-solving listening, and there's more of, like, reflective listening.
Oh, so like, let me just guess, not trying to fix it. Sometimes you just need someone to listen.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes. So sometimes the person may think they're being responsive, but the other person might be like, you're not listening to me. And so that's where I would encourage people to always ask, when the person wants to come and sit down and talk about something, what kind of listening are you looking for? Do you want me, are you looking more for validation listening, or are you looking for problem solving? And I know it may seem silly at first to do that, but I think it can actually stop a lot of arguments from happening, because a lot of couples come in and they think they're listening and supporting, but the other person's like, no, all you do is give me advice.
Oh, okay.
So,
Interesting. Yeah, we definitely see that dynamic quite a bit,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. So, ways to kind of help you live with like ARE is when you're planning date nights, make maybe no technology rule. You put the
Mm-hmm.
phone at home or to the side if you're doing an in home
Mm-hmm.
date and you don't look at it and you guys just focus on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you want to talk about something, coming up to your partner and asking, is this an okay time to talk?
Mm.
Um,
That's a good temperature check because sometimes your, significant other might be tired, they might be busy with something else, right?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And as the listener, it's always helpful to not just give a blanket no, to let them know, like, no, I can't right now, but let's check in with me later.
Mm-hmm.
Giving an
Mm-hmm.
alternative to let them know, like, I want to support you, but right now is not a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And being honest as the listener if you really are busy. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you are actually in something and you're preoccupied with something, you yourself deserve to be able to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
And the other person deserves to have a fully present person able to listen if
Right.
that's what they're looking for.
Right.
Some other things you can do is if you are having trouble thinking of conversation topics, Gottman has a date card deck that you can
Mm-hmm.
download. There's apps for that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use those as ways to feel more connected. I
Mm-hmm.
noticed that when couples take time on date nights or in their free time to really like make an intention to ask more feeling based, more ask connection based questions. When arguments happen, they don't tend to go directly to that. This person doesn't care about me. This person's never there
Mm.
because they're having that base of, okay, I'm feeling connected to my partner.
Yeah.
So those
Yeah.
dings don't hurt as much.
Yeah. It creates a good foundation.
And as the listener, I want to say if you ever feel really triggered or you're not able to fully be present or listen, you can always excuse yourself and say, hey, I need a timeout right now. I'm feeling really triggered by what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And in the case of if it's ever like an abusive relationship, I want to say that you do not have to sit there and listen. That would be
Right.
where I would say that's a firm boundary
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to this rule of sitting
Yeah.
there and listening
Yeah.
to your partner. If you
Yeah.
ever feel like it's getting there,
Yeah, it's
you're
becoming personal or it's an attack against you or, how you do things in the world. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. Well, really interesting to learn about ARE. Here at Harper Therapy, we do a lot of work with couples and we have some different modalities. We give some really good these are really good tools for communication, and I think sometimes when we find that we are trying to use these tools and we can't implement them, there's usually something else going on a little bit deeper that we need to look at. Is there something from my past or a pattern that I have that is really keeping me from being able to be a good partner to my significant other? So
Absolutely, yeah.
it's a combination of really working through learning those skills and working through the things that keep me from implementing them.
Yes, absolutely. I think that if you kind of are noticing a block in the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
therapy can be great because a third party can really help you understand maybe some underlying patterns that's going on that's prohibiting you from being able to be accessible, receptive,
Right.
and engaged.
Right. Right. Cool. Thanks so much, Jen. That was awesome. And we will see you guys next week. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.